Hey everyone, Blop here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Goomba plush that looks like this. The base of the Goomba plush is this Tommy Goomba. Anyway, on with the materials. What you're going to need is some tan, some cream, some brown, some black, some white, and then just a small bit of yellow. And then what you're going to need is a pair of scissors, some pins and needles, some thread, brown, tan, and cream, and then a glue gun if you're gonna glue the facial features on. Of course, some stuffing, and my custom pattern, which I'll put up on screen now, and there will be a link in the description. So now, the first step is, well, to cut out your pattern, so I'm going to do that right now. Now, once you're done cutting out the pattern pieces, what you're going to do is pin them onto the according color, and then cut them out, and do it at the same time as the X says. Of course, you don't have to follow these colors, this is just for normal Goombas. I'm just gonna make a normal Goomba though. Alright, so when you're done cutting out all the pieces, you're most likely gonna want to have it laid out something like this, with the felt piece or fabric piece on the bottom of the paper cutout piece. So now I'm going to give a little tutorial on sewing. This is the first piece we're going to sew, the tan front of face, and we're going to want to use tan thread for this. So what you're going to do is you're first going to insert your needle onto the end of this top dart. And so what you're going to do is fold those two together, pull it through, and then just do that one more time in the same spot, and then you have a stable beginning. Now I'm going to teach you how to blanket stitch, which is a lot stronger than a whip stitch, which I used in my toe tutorial. I would definitely recommend using a blanket stitch. It is a lot stronger than just going through the fabric. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and you're going to just stick it through the fabric and start pulling it through. But so you leave part of the thread hanging out, and then you take your needle, pull it through that, and then just pull, and then it closes shut. You'll continue to the end of the dart. Now when you're done, the darts should be sewn up like this. I went ahead and already sewed up the darts on both shoe pieces, both of the back of head pieces, and the front body piece. Now what you're going to do is take a shoe piece with the darts sewn up, make sure it's on the bad side, fold it over, and you're going to stitch along the short end. You'll do this for both shoe pieces. Now when you're done sewing the back of the shoe, it should look something like this. And then what you're going to want to do is on the end with the darts, you're going to take the shorter end of the sole piece, stick it on the fully stitched part, and then stitch all the way around. The result should look something like this. Once you're done with the shoes, flip them inside out. Then you're going to take the two body back pieces and stitch along this end. Only this end, nowhere else. When you're done, it should look something like this. And then what you're going to do next is place the body front piece on and then stitch on all three sides. The left, the right, and then the bottom. Now when you're done, it'll look like this, with everything sewn up, except for these two curved holes, and then this one top hole. So now, what you're going to need to do is take a inside out shoe, and then stuff it inside of the leg, making sure that the fully stitched back of the shoe is going in towards this stitch. Once you have that, it should look something like this. Then you'll start stitching from here all the way around, making sure to leave the shoe hole open. Whenever you're done, it should look something like this. But you can go ahead and push the shoe inside out so that it looks like this now. Next, what you're going to need to do is sew the two back pieces together. So what you need to do is stitch from this point up to this point, and then this point up to this point. Now when you're done, it should look like this with a hole in the middle. And so next what you're going to do is set that down like that, and then take the front piece and stitch from this corner all the way around to the other corner. When done, it should look something like this, sewn all the way around on both sides, leaving the back hole open. So now what you're going to need to do is stitch it onto the body. First you're going to sew it onto 4 pieces: the back, both sides, and then the front. And then you can sew all the way around on the body. When finished, it should look something like this. And then with the hole in the back of the head, you can go ahead and flip it all inside out. And this is what you have. So now you will stuff it through this hole. When you're done stuffing the Goomba, it should look something like this. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on the ladder stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle at the top of the seam and just loop around back there. And then this is where the tutorial comes in. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle and put it on the other side of the felt, seep it in, and then pull it back out. And it will create this little stitch across, and then you'll go over to this side and stitch like this and get that. And then you're going to do that again, and you're going to repeat that till you get to the bottom. And then when you're done, you're going to fold in the fabric and pull on this, so then you get a clean, invisible stitch. I'll show you when I'm done. Whenever you're done, it should look something like this, with the stitches over the stuffing. And so I'll just do what I was saying earlier. You want to push the stitches in and then pull them, and then you'll get this, and then you'll tie off a knot, and then your Goomba, you can do whatever you want with the face. So this is my finished Goomba plush. It has the face, which I decided to make an open mouth, as opposed to the original, which had a closed mouth. Overall, I think this Goomba looks better. I think it's because this one I did with a sewing machine, which I was kind of rushing on just to get the pattern done. And also I tried to stitch down the head so that it had more of something like this. Because if you look at the side, it's pretty flat. But yeah, I think I just prefer this Goomba over this one. I'm also thinking about making this Goomba a Paragoomba. It's not on the pattern, but it looks something like this. Also, if you made this plush, tell me in the comments and just upload a video showing it off, or maybe you could post on your Instagram if you have that, and then comment on one of my posts on my Instagram, @blop_YT, so then I can see it. But yeah, so that's about it. See you guys.